Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm going to show you a very quick and easy way to add prayer times to your Google Calendar. I had a video up last year, but this is a lot quicker and updated method. I did make a macro so that you guys could, and I'll paste it in the description, the code for it. So you guys can just copy it, paste it in Visual Basic, run it, and it'll pretty much be done. Um, so so basically, again, you'll be able to add prayer times to your Google Calendar so you can see it on your phone without having to download an app and have advertisements and things like that. So the first thing you want to do is you'll want to go to IslamicFinder.org. You can search for your city up here for the prayer times. You can adjust the methods, and then when you're happy with the prayer times, you can click on the prayer time table for 2023, and you'll want to scroll down a little bit just to get to this section here. So I'm going to highlight everything starting from here. I'm going to highlight it. So I'm just going to go up to December 31st. And I'm going to go to Excel and paste the data. So to clean it up a little bit, I'm going to get rid of this first row here. And then I'm going to highlight all the columns. And I'm going to turn on my filter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of everything that's not a time. So I'm going to unselect everything. And then I'm going to select anything that's not a time. So that's all towards the bottom. But I'm just going to click the down arrow and select everything that's not a time, including the blanks. So after that, just starting with the row beneath the header row, I'm going to highlight those rows. And I'm going to delete it. All right, I'm going to clear my filter. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make these actual dates. So starting with the first, 1/1/2023, then I'll just click on the cell, double click in the bottom right hand corner, and that'll populate everything. And if we go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that it's gone all the way down to December 31st. So I've made a macro for you guys to make this a lot easier, and I will paste the code in the description. But after you've copied the code, if you don't already have the developer ribbon in your Excel, you're going to go to File, Options, Customize Ribbon, and then you're going to want to put a check mark next to the Developer tab. So after you go to the Developer tab, you're going to click on Visual Basic. You're going to click on the name of the workbook and then Insert Module. And before you run the code, I want to make sure, I highly recommend that you close everything else in Excel that you have open, so that you don't accidentally mess anything up. But as long as you have everything else in Excel closed, you should be fine. But I have the code here, so I'm just going to copy the code. And again, this will be in the description. So let me copy that. I'm going to go back to my Visual Basic. I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to go back to Excel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to macros. And then you can say under this section, you can, if you don't automatically see it, you should see it, but basically the name of the macro is macro format suitable for Google Calendar. So you're going to select that and click on run. And then that'll be it. And then the next thing you want to do is, but just to be clear, what I've done is for the end times, making it 1 minute prior to the next prayer time. And for Aisha, I have made the end time up until 1 minute prior to the Fajr of the next day. And so I have, for instance, the first day for Aisha, I have it ending on, for the January 1st, I have it ending on January 2nd. 1 minute prior to then effect. You can modify this as you wish. And then the only other thing is if you're going to use this from year to year, I just recommend that you go all the way to the bottom and make sure that it has gone down to Aisha. Because February obviously sometimes has 29 days. So just go to the bottom, make sure that that it's gone all the way down to Aisha of December 31st. So other than that, all you have to do is go to File Save As, a CSV, and let's give it a name. Let's say we call it Prairie Times 2023 Prairie Times. And then you make sure that you're on this sheet right here, sheet number 2. Because as a CSV you can only save 1 tab. So we're gonna go ahead and click OK. I'm gonna keep using this format. Yes. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're going to go to your Google Calendar and you're going to want to add a calendar. Go create new calendar, and then we can name it Prayer Times. Anything you want. Prayer Times 2023. Create calendar. And then after that, we'll go back. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to, again, go to other calendars, and we're going to go to import. And then we're going to select the file from the computer. And here we have Prayer Times 2023, the file that we saved as a CSV. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select the calendar that we just created and then click import. And then after a couple of minutes, it'll tell you that the import has been successful. And then you will have added Prayer Times to your Google Calendar. And after you've added the Prayer Times to your Google, so there we go. It said imported 2190 out of 2990 events. So we'll just go back, and to see it in your calendar, you just make sure that it's checked. So after that, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.